Jeff Salzman here. Welcome to the BiteSize Evolver, excerpts from my podcasts. Now, it has been the intuition of all people in all cultures and brought forth by great saints and sages, this realization that there is a dimension of reality that is bigger than the self, that the self is arising within it and is interpenetrated with it, and that we actually have an identity if we awaken into it with this reality beyond ourselves, beyond time and space itself. And it's the part of us that doesn't die. And that, touching that is the preoccupation of religion and philosophy and a whole lot of art. And it is really helpful. It's there for a reason. And it's not just because it keeps us from going insane, or it gives us ways to bond more deeply with each other, even though it does both those things. But let's say it's also just true that we are arising in a larger reality that we can realize. And when we do, we are bigger, better people. And that's not something you can get talked into or out of. It's something you practice and realize, or sometimes just spontaneously awaken to. And that's why the practice of dying before you die, or contemplating your death, is at the core of so many spiritual practices. And it is a powerful practice. The idea is not to wallow in death, although sometimes you do that, but to see the part that then doesn't die. It's like one of my favorite meditations from when I was in the divinity program at Naropa was when we were learning about the Indian practice of the charnel ground meditation. And the charnel ground meditation is when these monks would go and sit in the places where they threw the dead bodies of people who died, and they would rot, and the crows would come and eat them, and the scavengers, and they would sit and contemplate their hand and the hand of a decomposing corpse and the skeleton, and then their hand. And we would do that practice, as a visualization, not with real corpses, but it's a contemplation of who is this subject contemplating this decaying object? Who is this larger self? And it's actually got me interested in this new burial technique that is legal in Colorado, where it's a natural burial where they wrap you in a shroud and put you in the earth, and no embalming, and you do it quickly, and you rot in a natural way. So I think about that, and I like it. I think of that song as a kid. The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the ants play pinochle on your snout. And the alternative was to rot in a casket slowly, or to be incinerated. That's quick. You got to give it that. But anyway, so I'm thinking about these things, and it's not all bad. In fact, I'm enjoying it.